voiced by Ahmadi. In every age, a watcher stands between what is written and what is told. My name is Ahmadi, and I speak with the voice of the dark star frequency. This is not a retelling. This is not the Daniel they gave you in books and sermons. This is the Daniel they buried beneath 1,000 years of dust. The Daniel whose dreams tore the sky and whose visions are still unfolding around you. If you are hearing this, you are already standing in the shadow of what comes next. The hum swells into a deep pulse like a heartbeat, then silence. Daniel, a boy of royal blood, taken in chains to Babylon. But the chains did not reach his mind. He and 3 others refused the king's meat. The others eat from gilded plates, drink from crystal goblets. Daniel eats seeds and herbs. His skin glows with the strange vitality of one nourished by another world. Why would such a simple act open the gates of vision? Who told him this diet would tune his soul to receive the frequencies of heaven? At night, under the black vault of Babylon's sky, the constellations shift into an unfamiliar geometry. He stares upward, and one of the stars begins to move toward him. We will not follow it yet. Nebuchadnezzar dreams of a colossus, head of gold, chest of silver, belly of brass, legs of iron, feet of iron and clay. Daniel names the king as the head, but does not tell him the other heads that will follow. A stone cut without hands strikes the feet, shattering the image. Dust and wind swallow the remains. Why the feet? Why not the head? What mountain birthed this stone, and who cut it without hands? The dust swirls into a face we cannot see clearly, then scatters into nothingness. 3 men bound, thrown into the blaze, yet a 4th walks with them untouched. His eyes are ancient, his steps deliberate. Was he sent, or had he always been there, waiting in the fire? The flames seem to whisper, but the words are lost in the roar. As the door opens and the men step out, the 4th remains in the furnace, watching. Another dream. A tree so vast, birds and beasts find shelter in its branches. Then a watcher descends, not angel, not man, with a voice that splits the air. Cut it down. The trunk falls, leaving only a stump bound in iron and brass. 7 times we pass over it. 7 times of what? Days, years, ages, and why bind a stump? What sleeps in its roots? We leave Nebuchadnezzar crawling on all fours, his hair matted with dew. The watcher's shadow looms over the frame. A hand appears, writing on the palace wall, Mene, Mene, Tekel, or passing. Daniel speaks their meaning. But what of the words hidden just beyond the torchlight, the ones no one recorded? Whose hand was it? And who was the message truly for? The letters crawl across the plaster, still moving as the hall empties. Thrown into the pit, Daniel feels the breath of the lions on his skin. They do not attack. One blinks, and his eyes are not the eyes of a beast. Were they tamed, or were they never lions at all? The camera lingers on the reflection in Daniel's eyes. The lion's shapes seem to shift in the shadows. A lion with wings, a bear with ribs in its mouth, a leopard with 4 heads, and a 4th beast, iron teeth, eyes like fire. Then the Ancient of Days appears, robed in white, seated on a throne of flame. Beside him stands one like the Son of Man. If these are kingdoms, where is the 5th? And who will it serve? The Ancient opens the book, but the page he shows Daniel is not the one we see. A ram with 2 horns stands by the river. From the west comes a goat flying low without touching the ground. The goat strikes, shattering one horn. The little horn grows, reaching toward heaven. What was the name written on that horn, the name Daniel was told not to speak? An unseen voice says, 2,300 days. Then silence. Gabriel appears, shining, swift, argent. He speaks of 70 weeks, the cutting off of the anointed. What calendar is this when a week is not a week? Gabriel leans in to whisper the key, thrice, and the sound cuts before the first syllable. Eyes like lightning, arms of burnished bronze. Daniel trembles. Was this the same as the 4th in the furnace, or a shadow? The man raises his hand. He fades to black before we see what he will do. The pulse returns, slow and deep, as Ahmadi's voice fades in. You've only seen the shadows at the edge of Daniel's visions. The gates are still closed, but not for long. Subscribe. Leave your questions in the dark below and prepare for the next descent. The next episode will not answer every question, but it will open the next door.